Hey all, welcome to the Gifted Monkey Big Review Show. I got something really special for you guys today. So come on back and let's check it out.
Respect the monkey!
I told you guys I got something special for you today. Well, we're going to go a little retro as we revisit and review the DC Direct Classic Batman 13-inch collector figure. So let's kick things off by looking at this great box that DC Direct designed for this classic Batman action figure. First off, you have the actual figure superimposed on what looks to be a bridge and then Gotham City in the back of that bridge. And you get these bright, vibrant colors which are really good, really brings out the figure. And you get this great nifty retro Batman logo. Now this logo was used a lot in the mid-60s to the mid-70s. It also was used on the Batman 1966 television show starring Adam West and Burt Ward. And it translated also into the comic books of the time. You get the Batman, you get the classic, because also at that same time in 2006, DC Direct also brought out a more serious, darker Batman with the darker colors of the gray and the black tones with a leather-like cape and without the yellow insignia. It had just the bat on it. And so they didn't want the consumers to be confused, so they just put classic here so you know. But this is great. This Batman is based on the Neil Adams artwork that was very popular in the mid-60s, early 70s. They wanted to get Batman to look a little bit darker to get away from the campy 1966 TV show, so they brought Neil Adams on board on the comic books to give him a little more scowl, but they still maintained the classic gray and blue coloring. So let's look around the box and see what we have. When you turn the box around, once again you get that great actual action figure superimposed upon a Gotham City, get the bat signal in the back, and a little bit of info that tells you about Batman and Bruce Wayne and how he's the protector of Gotham. And then all the DC Direct information on the bottom here. So let's crack this box open and look at the accessories. Now DC Direct didn't load this action figure with a whole lot of accessories, but what they put in is really kind of nifty. Check it out. First you get the Batman base for the stand, and if you see it with the lighting, you get a Batman inscribed name inside of the black Batman logo like was on the box, but only it's all black. Really looks cool. You get the stand figure, features the hold your figure. You get a bat lantern which has a little light on it that shows the Batman insignia. You get a big Batarang. You get some nifty bat handcuffs. You get 4 sets of hands, and you get 3 Batarangs. But these things, though little, have a lot of little play feature. Let's check it out. So let's take a closer look at some of these accessories and the cool components. Here you have the 2 sets of hands. You got the classic closed fist that go on Batman, and now you got these open palm hands. Now look at this cool feature on these open palm hands that DC Direct put in. You can actually fold with a little pressure, bend and fold and move these hands into any position you want. Look at that. You can make that anybody can make it hold a Batarang, make it hold a grapple, make it grapple onto a wall if you want. You can hold onto a wall. Anything you want to do. Shake hands, folds into a fist even. Both hands have that capability. From open palm to bending into any direction you'd like. Isn't that cool? You get the bat lantern, which doesn't actually light up, but it looks like it does, doesn't it, with that bright yellow bat insignia on it. Really nice. You get the big Batarang. Now check this out. This big Batarang closes to different sizes. So you can close it like that and hang it on Batman's utility belt, or open it up like that, or make it any variation of size you want to look like he's throwing it or storing it. Nice. And last but definitely not least, you get the bat cuffs. Now look at this feature on the bat cuffs. These bat cuffs actually have a working opening position. So you can lock them over Joker's arms, Catwoman. Look like he's just captured and close them back over the handcuffs. That's wonderful. Isn't it cool? Now let's look at the action figure itself. For the figure itself, this thing is badass. Look at this. You get this great Batman figure with the big bat logo insignia on it, which is a great size. Sometimes the Batman figures are too big or too small. Perfect size for this classic retro feel of Batman. You turn him around, you see the cape has this great pleated motion in it. Really looks nice like Batman, and it managed to mold it right underneath the cowl line, so you can't see any difference when it's in an action pose. Really looks nice. In Articulation, Batman has full range of motion on his head. The cape will hinder it a little bit, but it goes 360, but you wouldn't want him looking like that anyway. So you'd make a severe side turns, perfect. And the cape follows where it goes, so just like a real cape would. Up and down motion. His shoulders have full range of motion like that. Swivel bicep. I left the arm off so you can see how it goes right into that little nub. Be careful with the gauntlets because they have that faux leather feel to them, so you don't want to mess around with it too much. Legs have full range of motion, so you can easily put a squat in like that. Bendability on the legs, full there. Also, on the feet, look at that. Pivot on the feet. Very nice. Even a calf pivot. Now, a word of caution on the boots. This boot also is made in that faux leather, so you want to be careful about moving it up too much and down like that. Find a pose you like and stick with it. And change it maybe once every few months, because otherwise this will wear out and start to rip and tear right around the joints. You don't want that. The only thing I find a little bunky on this Batman figure, and this is a small gripe, but it is a critical gripe. Right here, it has these little tabs. In fact, most of the DC 13-inch action figures that have boots on have this little zipper tab. What for? I mean, why would you have that? Most of you're not going to take the boots off the character because, like on this Batman boot, they don't give you an alternative alternative Bruce Wayne costume to change into. So why would you ever do that? And if this figure was actually an actual person, who would walk around with big tabs like that on their boots? Come on. So DC dropped the ball a little bit on that. Should have made it more streamlined and feel like that in the Batman. But other than that, like I said, that's a small gripe. This Batman really looks sick. It looks great. I love it the way it looks. All in all, this is a great piece to add to your collection, especially if you're a Batman collector. You want to get this piece. Now, this piece is a little rare, because they didn't make a lot of this particular Batman model, so you can find him on YouTube, but he runs about $250 to $350, and when he came out, he was only $89 in 2006. But it's well worth the investment if you want to complete and fill out your Batman collection. You need to have this figure. The pluses far outweigh the negatives on this figure. The bendable fingers in them, the uniform. And speaking of the uniform, one of the great things about I find in all of the DC Direct 13-inch collectible figures is as time goes by, the uniform, the fabric of the uniform tends to mold itself into the body so that the muscle definition really starts to show. I don't know if you see it on the camera, but when you actually have the figure in your hands, you really see the muscle definition start to come through the fabric. So in about a year or two after having your figure, you'll start to really see some nice ab definition, chest definition, leg and arm definition. Really looks nice. So this figure gets a thumbs up. It is really wonderful. Check it out. And it makes a really fantastic companion piece with the deluxe classic Robin figure from DC Direct. So guys, it was really way cool to get a chance to go back in time and share with you this retro DC classic Batman figure. This is from my own collection, so you can't have mine. But listen, if you're a serious Batman collector like I am, you owe it to yourself to find this figure and put it into your collection. You'll be glad you did. So do me a favor, write it in the comment section below and tell me what's your favorite Batman figure. In fact, what's your favorite DC Direct 13-inch collector figure? Let me know. I'd be glad to hear about it. And remember, collecting toys can be as fun as a barrel of monkeys. But respect the monkey. Play nice. Till then, see you later.